Oh my God, we fucking got it. Let's fucking start the dang show. Because I need a cigar. I've been dealing with expedites all fucking day. People gotta understand. You ain't getting your parts. It ain't happening. Be patient. Like the rest of the world, alright?
What's going on, everybody? Is that camera looks crooked? Crooked?
Go check?
No, just saying. My leg! What's going on, everybody? Today's episode, we're going to be talking and discussing the most famous cigar smokers and how come they like this thing called a cigar. What is it to them that means so much? So stay tuned because it's the Burn Down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Down. I'm Justin, a.k.a. The Dapper Cigar.
I like the new radio voice, the persona of the radio voice.
You like that?
That's different. That's a first.
That's a good one.
I'm Eric, a.k.a. Brother Cigar. What's going on?
Together we are the Burn Down Podcast. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and please hit the bell to be notified for every single time we drop a new video, new episodes every single Friday, other videos throughout the week. If you're an audio file, wherever you're listening, like, follow, subscribe, share, you know the drill. Eric, tell them about that website.
Let me tell you about the website real quick. Let me tell you about the website.
Tell them.
burndownpodcast.com. Become a member. It's $5 a month. What that $5 gets you is exclusive discounts to our partners, Revive Vinyl, Kansas Clean Distillery, cigarandpipes.com, and Nova Cigar. Not only that, you get entered into a monthly giveaway where we give away prizes, cigars, bottles of booze, accessories, toys of cigar,
all them goodies.
All them goodies. Or you could get a Zoom session with us. So $5 a month, burndownpodcast.com. Check it out.
Boom. So, today's episode, hopefully we don't have any static. Gosh, you've been dealing with the static all day. So, today's episode, we are talking about... Excuse me. We are talking about some of the most famous, most influential, most iconic cigar smokers of all time. Really. I mean, this goes back 20th century. It probably doesn't go back all time because there's probably been plenty that have smoked that we don't know about. But I print out 3 articles. This one's from Cigar Aficionado entitled Top 100 Cigar Smokers of 20th Century.
Cool.
This one's from WinCityCigars.com, the most iconic cigar smokers. And then this one's from Holtz.com, most notable cigar smoking actors. So, I guess I'll give you these 2.
Okay.
And I'll take the big one. And
you'll take that big one.
I'll take the big one. But first before we get into it and run down the list, we got to smoke a cigar and we got to pour ourselves a drink.
We do.
We can't just get into the whole episode without. Eric.
Before we get into that, we do gotta say our whole table chair setup is complete. It only took us.
It is.
Last week we had a new table, no chairs. This week we got the new chairs, and can you believe how much we paid for this whole setup right here?
Take a guess.
It's not a lot. Just put it that way. This is a custom built table that we got from Craigslist. That we met somebody, and these chairs are from Offer Up.
Now, you might think that a setup like this, custom-built table for the studio, plus we got 3 chairs, actually. We have an extra chair in case we have guests in here. 3 chairs custom-built that you're not going to spend $1,000. You're not going to spend $900. You're not even going to spend $800. Not 7, not 6, not 5.
Almost 4.
Not even $400 you spend for one easy, simple payment. Actually, it was 2. For 2 easy, simple payments of $150.
For the chairs. For 3 chairs.
And $200 for the table.
A total setup of $350. Now, tell me that is not good shopping.
For one easy payment of $350, you too could have a setup like us.
You just got to be patient, do a little diligence.
I was like thinking monthly payments, like how am I going to break down?
Yeah.
We didn't pay it equally for both. We didn't pay it one time. We paid it.
It kind of, and it kind of just came on, like fell in our lap. You know, I found somebody on like the app Offer Up by me where I live, and they wanted way more than what was actually worth the table. Their bio was like, we need to get rid of this table ASAP. And I'm like, okay, will you take this? No, we're not selling it. for that. I'm like, okay, guess you're not selling it ASAP. Then just one night, I just checked Craigslist and I just saw this table. And it says custom built, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I liked, is that he's like, I'll build whatever your dimension. Because we measured the dimensions. We're like, all right, we got to get this, we got to get that. And we actually could have gone a little bit bigger. But yeah, we got a new setup. So now we're rocking and rolling. As you can see, I think the setup brought out the radio voice because... feels good.
This is 102.3, you motherfucker.
Burn Down Radio.
Yes,
bringing you tunes while you smoke cigars.
It's your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
It's a good one. All right, so what are we smoking today, Eric? Tell them about whatever you're smoking, and then tell them about what...
Well, I'm excited to smoke this. This is a first for you, boy, and I don't think you smoked this yet either. This is a new cigar that came out in 2021.
Oh, yeah. That's the Cigar Culture and Blackbird collab.
So this is the Blackbird and Cigar Culture called The Hawk. So it's a very unique shape. It's like a box-pressed... It's like... What do you call it? It's not fully box-pressed.
So it's like a flattened box-pressed Toro.
It's a round box-press, but it's called, by Blackbird, The Hawk. And...
Fun fact, I used to be in a band called Corner That Hawk.
Huh? Corner That Hawk?
I used to be in a band back growing up. I used to live on the corner of Hawk and Cotton Lane. Well, I lived on Cotton Lane, but it was on the corner of Hawk and Cotton. And I was in a band. I was a drummer. I was in a band with a bunch of kids. We called ourselves Corner That Hawk.
I never knew that.
We practiced in my garage. Yeah. We were typical garage band. Shitty, but it was fun.
Cornered at the Hawk.
Cornered at Hawk is what one of our...
Cornered at Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was the original...
I like that.
So, I don't know. I was thinking about smoking this one, but it looks like I need some cigar glue for this one because the leaf is coming off on this bad boy. See that?
Yeah.
Or do I just power through it?
Just power through it.
All right.
Let's give it a little lick job. Fuck it.
So, I'm going to smoke the... this is by Caldwell. This is the Anastasia. Anastasia?
Anastasia?
I say Anastasia.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like... I think I'm going to say a Lonsdale. It's a Lonsdale. It's not quite as skinny to be a Lancero, but it almost looks... Does it look like it's tapered and it's fatter at the foot than it is at the head to you? Or is it just the band at the end of it that's making me think that?
No, it looks pretty equal to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
So
last time I smoked that cigar was with fellow Burn Down podcast guest and American Idol winner and a great singer all around, Ruben Studdard. Shout out. Plug. So we are also drinking Malbec, which is only fitting because of who we are. It's called Cigar Box. This is a Malbec, courtesy of Eric. Yeah, shout out to my cousin-in-law, Jason, for when we had the ugly sweater party.
Oh, hell yeah.
This was his gift for being invited, so shout out to Jason.
So we're going to cut these, light these up. We're going to pour that out, and we'll be right back to talk about some of the most iconic cigar smokers of all time. Stay tuned. Okay. Yes, sir. You want to get me?
I will do the honors. This is a cigar box by Malbec, or I'm sorry, who is this by? This is called Cigar
Strike
Box?
that. Reverse it.
All right, this is a Malbec produced by Cigar Box, vintage 2019. Shall I do the honors, sir?
Yeah. Let me taste it first. Let me hold on a second. Let me.
Yes, sir. Please let me know if it's to your liking. If not, I will. Look at this fucking guy. What a fucking douchebag.
That's lovely.
Oh, perfect.
Have you ever seen?
Yeah, I'm like.
You ever seen that movie?
No.
The movie 17 Again.
Oh, yeah.
You remember what he does though? He takes
That's a great movie. the little guy, right?
Yeah, you're like. She'll love it.
Yeah, that's a great movie, actually.
He starts speaking Elvish to her. It's a great movie. It is a great movie.
Well, this is a while. We haven't drank wine in a while on this podcast.
Okay.
So, chin chin, cheers, salute. Here we go. I love it. Tastes great. So, let's go.
That's right. All right. So, number one.
So how are we going to do this?
I don't know. I guess you just want to we'll pick off a couple that are, this one's cool. I'll start with this one. It's probably the most iconic and you already know this. It's the number one most iconic person in history smoking cigars, and that's Winston Churchill. Okay, this person they named the Churchill cigar after.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Winston Churchill, and actually on here it has a fun fact that his favorite cigar was Romeo and Julieta. Churchill's.
Is that why they call it the Wide Churchill? Now, why? Because he was a wide man. Are they showing? I thought you were throwing some shade at Winston Churchill, saying he was a little hefty man.
No, I think they just called it Wide Churchill because it was wider than most of the other Churchills.
Oh, could be he was a wide man. That was.
But so Winston Churchill had a couple things in here. You know, everybody knows about Winston Churchill, a man that led England
World War II
through was it Dunkirk and what's the other town?
No history buff.
I can't remember the town. It's besides me right now. But a man that led England through the World War II, everybody thought that he was crazy, thought that he didn't know what he was doing, and he's like, no.
I know exactly what
I'm doing. This is the way we're going to do it. This is what we're going to do. And he believed him, and then he came out on top, and everybody's like, oh my God, he was unbelievable. So, big guy smokes cigars all day long.
All day.
All day.
I believe that's the true factor why he won the war. He had a steady mind.
All day long.
You know, think about it. You had a cigar. When you smoke a cigar, most of the time, you're in a peaceful environment. You're in a good headspace. So, just think about it. You're in a war. Super stressful, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of decisions. You're puffing on a cigar. So I'm thinking like, you know, maybe he just had clear conscience and clear thoughts the whole time because he's just enjoying a cigar. He's like, all right, this is my thought process. I'm going to do it like this. I don't care what you say about it.
Love it.
Right?
So it says, so the man for whom the imposing Churchill cigar is named smoked 8 to 10 cigars a day, primarily Cuban cigar brands.
It's like a cigar an hour.
And it says, not even the necessity of wearing an oxygen mask for high-altitude flight in a non-pressurized cabin could prevent Churchill from smoking. As the story goes, the Prime Minister requested that a special mask be created that would allow him to smoke while airborne.
Damn. He was like all about it.
And then naturally, the request was fulfilled. And the famous quote by him says, Churchill pointed out that my rule of life prescribed as an absolutely sacred right smoking cigars and also the drinking of alcohol before, after, and if need be, during all meals and in the intervals between them. So the dude was just a savage. I'm just going to smoke and drink all day long and lead England to a win. Done.
Telling you, man.
Love it. What do you got on that one?
You know, this is a good article. I'm just going to rattle off everyone on here because it's a short list because it's the most notable cigar smoking actors and it was just updated on January 7th of 2022.
Yeah, that's a good thing to point because this article is from 1999.
Yeah.
This is an old article because they did it right before the turn of the century. That's why it's titled Top 100 of the 20th Century. But that one I printed because it was probably the most recent that I found.
Yeah, this one is March of 2020. Yeah, so this is the most notable cigars smoking actors. Cigars and celebrities have gone hand in hand for generations, blah, 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 blah. All right, so here you go. I'm gonna bypass the normal, usual ones we know. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. We already know these guys.
Yeah, there's a couple on there that I think were not some of the most well known.
Danny DeVito, we kind of knew that too. Lawrence Fishburne. See, that's one I didn't know.
Take the red pill or the blue pill?
Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, he's most notably from The Matrix.
I love Lawrence Fishburne. I like him in. He played in what 21. He played the casino guy.
Oh yeah, in the card game movie?
Across from Kevin Spacey.
You know his daughter did porn?
I did not know that, and I want to know how do you know that?
Because this was years ago. We were in high school or some shit. I don't know. It was like a.
I don't know. I googled it.
I don't know how. I mean, it's just like oh, you know why? It's something to do with hip hop because there was this huge porn star, this big black jack dude. Huge, short, stocky, but he was a huge porn star, and I forgot he had a crazy name, and he rapped too. So like there was always jokes, and then there was a thing in the news or whatever. Like, I don't know, not the actual news, but like whatever online and shit.
Yeah, TMZ news.
Yeah, you know, some crazy online blog or something. But he got Lawrence Fishburne's daughter to do a porno with him, and I'm like, what? I'm like,
oh my gosh.
So yeah, fun fact: his daughter did porn.
Fun fact.
Google it. Have a good time.
Fun fact. Eric watches Lawrence Fishburne's.
I never actually watched it.
Porn.
If I did, I would say it, but it wasn't really my thing.
Lawrence,
She didn't look. She didn't look the part. You know?
if you're listening,
Sorry. Sorry. You know, she wanted to go a different acting route. She's like, you know, my dad paved the way for me. I'm going to pave the way for a new form of acting.
I think we've drawn this on too long. What's the
I can go on and on about it. Matthew McConaughey, we already kind of knew that.
I love it.
He's a big whiskey guy, has his own whiskey, I think. Ron Perlman, already knew that. Hellboy. Andy Garcia. I don't know who that is. Who's Andy Garcia? Cuban-American actor.
Isn't he the guy from Ocean's 11?
The Untouchables, Internal Affairs. When a man loves a woman, his special affection for cigars arises from his youth, from the cigar smoking culture of his Cuban family.
Isn't that yeah, I'll look it up because I got the computer.
Yeah, I don't know him, but it talks about how Garcia is good friends with the legendary cigar maker Carlito Fuente, whose famous Chateau de la Fuente estate in the Dominican Republic provided the settling for Garcia's 2005 film, The Lost City.
It is. It's all right. It's Terry Benedict from Ocean's 11.
Oh, sure. I don't know that. Garcia's face.
That guy.
Oh, yeah. He's from Ballers.
Yeah,
The Rock. Oh, I did know that actually. Okay, I didn't realize that was his name. It's such a basic name. I feel like. All right, I definitely know him.
Yeah, I'm trying not to turn the thing.
He always plays like a smooth bad guy or a smooth guy in all the movies.
I liked him. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's smooth.
I was just thinking we should get like a like I have the TV over here. So I wonder if I can like hook, because now we're doing this way and I can see the camera. But if I can hook it up to here, and then when I want to show you something, I'll just like bang, and you can see like, oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. No, we gotta figure that out.
I could totally do it.
We gotta figure out a new way how to get.
I can do it right now. I can do it right and just run the cord over here, plug it in, and then.
Nah, I know most of these people. I know. So Andy Garcia, all right, I know him. Jim Belushi, okay, I didn't know he was a cigar smoker. Obviously, he's one of the most famous comedians. Blues Brothers, Saturday Night Live.
Isn't he the guy that rides the frickin' Warhead in Armageddon?
No, that's Jim Belushi. No, that's Steve Buscemi.
That's Buscemi. Yeah.
That's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
Of course. Get off the nuclear warhead. He's like, oh, you haven't seen that movie? He's like, sorry, man. I just wanted to feel the power between my legs, brother. And then last guy is Harvey Keitel. Keitel? Keitel was appeared in dozens of box office and cult hits like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, The Piano. I don't know who that is. Harvey, maybe he's a short guy in Pulp Fiction? Yeah, Google
Harvey Keitel?
Yeah, Keitel.
Keitel?
Yeah.
Oh, he played in Taxi Driver too.
Yeah, years ago.
Oh, it's oh shit. He's the guy.
Show me the picture.
You don't remember National Treasure?
With the
Yeah, you remember the FBI guy?
No. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. So he's the guy in Pulp Fiction. You ever see Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
So he's the guy who helps John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson when they shoot the guy in the car and they have to clean up all the blood. But it says here, years ago, Keitel handed Jim Belushi a Cuban cohiba from his breast pocket at a dinner with a number of other Hollywood elites after probing whether or not Belushi was a true cigar lover. I guess he was satisfied with Belushi's response. So there you go. Most notable cigar smoking actors.
Bang. So that's one article down. So I got a couple on here. John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
JFK Airport. Okay, so those are New York fans.
Fun fact about JFK. Before the embargo on Cuba, you heard this right?
Yeah, it's literally in here.
It's got to be, right? But I wanted to beat you to the punch. But yeah,
go ahead, say it. You got the story. It's in here. That's what I was gonna say.
Before the embargo on Cuba with Fidel Castro, he ordered like a shit ton of, I don't know what Cubans specifically, but they were petite Cubans, maybe
petite Upmans. He ordered 1,200 of them.
Yeah, 1,200. He's like, all right, give me as many fucking Cuban cigars as you can before
and then nobody can get them.
Yeah, sick. Imagine, Matt. You wonder if there's any left? I wonder.
Well, there was another article that I actually, maybe we'll talk about this in another episode, but it was the unicorn cigars. There was an article I found that talked about some of the rarest cigars and like how much they went for and how much are left. And they were saying that some cigars go for, not even on the low end, $1,000 a stick, boxes selling for $150K, $200K, $400K, like some crazy unicorn sticks.
Dude, imagine like, pulling up to a party and you're like, oh, here's some cigars. This is a box of H. Upmann Petites from JFK, but before the embargo in 1960, 1960.
Bro. Maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe that's the next. Maybe that's
a good topic.
I was doing some research and it popped up. I'm like, holy shit, this would be cool. So anyway, so John F. Kennedy, 35th president, bunch of Cuban, 1,000. He said he wanted in early 1962 was a bunch of Cuban cigars, 1,000 Petite Upmanns to be exact. He gave his press secretary, Pierre Salinger, less than 24 hours to round them up. Short notice for such a big request. JFK had a pressing reason for procuring the stash in such a timely fashion because he was about to sign the embargo for Cuba. So that's pretty funny.
That's crazy.
Fidel Castro, obviously. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But let's see what some of the other ones are. Because some of these other ones, the top like 10 or 15 here, it says their favorite cigar. So George Burns, we all know about George Burns. El Producto was his favorite cigar, and he smoked 10 to 15 cigars a day. And he said his famous line is, if I'd listened to my doctor's advice and stopped smoking when he advised me to, I wouldn't have lived to go to his funeral.
Yes. Classic.
Classic. Yeah, I'll get a little topper on that bad boy, too.
It's a good wine. I actually like this a lot. I'm a big Malbec guy, that's why.
So who is this guy?
Who are you?
Milton.
Bradley?
So actually, this is fun. Mark Twain. So everybody knows Mark Twain, author of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Smoked at least 22 cigars a day, maybe as many as 40.
What? Dude. All right.
Bro.
Let's just call it between 20 and 40.
What are you doing? Are you hacking a carrot under there? What the hell is
I'm trying to get my foot up on top of the ledge over here so I can put my foot.
Yeah, he said 22 cigars a day, maybe as many as 40.
All right, so let's just do the math here real quick. Just cut in the middle. Let's say 30. 30 cigars a day. So what is that? So
that's almost 1,000 a month.
That's almost 1,000 a month. But then if you have, that's almost 30 cigars a day. I'm trying to do it 30 minutes and an hour. So
it's 900. That's 900 minutes. So divided by 60 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have a phone.
Is what? What's 9 divided by 6?
3.
So 9 divided by 60. So if it's not 20 because that'd be 120. So
you're the math quiz.
It's what? It's
because if you have 24 hours,
it's 15. Yeah, it's 15.
Say he's up for 12 hours a day.
It's 15 because 10 times 60 is 600 and 5 times 60 is 300. So it's 15.
15 cigars a day.
So what'd you say? You did 60. So if you did 20 cigars a day and it's 30 minutes a cigar, is 600 minutes divided by 60 minutes is 10 hours. So you're smoking all day. You're just basically smoking while you're doing everything.
You're just chain smoking all day.
Just chain smoking all day. Yeah, there's no like sitting down and smoking. Like you're just smoking while you're doing anything, you're smoking.
Damn. Well, I mean, he's a writer, so all he's doing is sitting down.
That's probably what he did. Yeah, that's a good point.
So he's not going anywhere. He's writing shit down. And
so again, he said,
again, goes back to my philosophy about Winston Churchill. Smoking a cigar, probably concentrated, relaxed. Probably why he has some of the best books out there.
So here's something. He said, once he would later relate in his essay concerning tobacco, he pilfered a handful of costly and elegant cigars from a friend's house, removed the labels, and placed the smokes in a box identified by his favorite brand. He then invited the man and 11 other friends over for dinner, offering each a cigar afterward. Everyone shortly excused themselves, and the next morning Twain found the cigars sprawled outside, except for the one left on the plate of the man from whom the cigars had been filched. He told me afterward that same day I would get shot for giving people that kind of cigars to smoke. So he stole cigars from a guy, brought them back, took the labels off and put them in a box, and then invited all those people to come over and smoke cigars. And all those people that came over said that he gave them shit cigars. Meanwhile, he's just giving them the cigars he stole.
That's what you get.
Classic.
Circle comes around, big fella.
So, I mean, there's a few other ones on here like that we're very familiar with. Red Auerbach.
Who's that?
Boston Celtics guy.
Oh.
Auerbach's, okay, so wow, here's one. So it said, Auerbach's victory ritual was so reveled that the Cincinnati Royals management once handed out 5,000 cigars to its fans, instructing them to light up when the Royals won. Instead, the move backfired as a fired-up Celtics squad blew the Royals off the court.
That's like putting the trophy in the other opponent's locker room.
That's funny.
Like the Falcons. Was that the Falcons that did that with the Patriots?
Jack Nicholson, Babe Ruth, Al Capone, Groucho Marx.
Who's that? Groucho Marx? What the hell's that?
Groucho Marx was the guy. It said during Cigar sometimes got the comedian into trouble once his third wife, Eden, objected to his stinky old cigar and ordered him to extinguish it or get a new wife. On an earlier occasion, Marx splurged for a 10-cent pure Havana after spotting an advertisement. He was a comedian. He always had this like funky ass walk. He was like a while. But
what the hell?
Anyway, what do you got on this? I mean, this goes on and on and on. Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. This one you'd like. Francis Ford Coppola. He's the director of The Godfather. Yep.
Now, you know they're actually making a movie about making The Godfather?
Really?
They're making a movie about
making a movie.
About making a movie.
But yeah, some of these I've never. This one I think is on there. I want you to read J.P. Morgan.
This one's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so I want you to read some of those because I'm not going to just go. There's so many on here that I could go.
Yeah,
through,
so
that's what I want to hear. J.P. Morgan because this is the guy who basically saved the U.S. economy right there.
So Andrew Jackson on here, the most iconic cigar smokers, posted on March 18th, 2020 by Windy City Cigars. First person they have on here is Andrew Jackson, the 7th American president. Andrew Jackson was possibly one of the most iconic cigar smokers in the White House. He not only enjoyed the smoking of a cigar, but he also known to pair it with coffee. We like Andrew Jackson. The president,
the best pairing there is.
That is. The president was reportedly told his doctors that smoking cigars and drinking coffee are two things he's most passionate about. The president is not alone in his act. His wife, Rachel, enjoyed it too. She was seen on the veranda?
Patio.
That's a fucking patio?
It's a fancy word for patio. The veranda or the lanai, like a closed-off patio.
One, how do you know that? Two, what kind of shit is that?
On the veranda.
I'm like, oh, where is the veranda? She was seen on the patio.
On the porch.
On the fucking porch. Having great moments smoking a cigar. So Andrew Jackson and his wife smoke cigars.
Now, I want to hear this J.P. Morgan one.
Yeah, so you got obviously Fidel Castro, Jay-Z, Sean Carter. Is one of the godfathers of rap music. He's also known as a lover of the leaf and a huge Cuban fan. He preferred cigar brands as Ramon how you say that? Ramon
Alones?
Alones, Monte
Cuban
Cristo.
Brand.
He also
had them before.
Yeah. Sometimes I can't say their fucking names.
Yeah.
He also had his own production smoke with Cohiba called the Cohiba Commodore. Michael Jordan, we all knew this. Al Pacino. We don't really see Al Pacino too much. You see him like in the Scarface, but you don't.
Oh yeah, he was smoking all day long.
Yeah, but like you don't really see him, at least from what I've seen, like too much outside of it. But I guess he is. Al Pacino made a name for himself in cigar smoking as Tony Montana. In The Godfather, strong, masculine, and a man of his own words. Al Pacino is one of the greatest men. Okay, Al Pacino is one of the greatest men in the world today. Okay.
We know who the person who wrote this article likes.
You ever see The Heat with him?
Yeah.
Val Cameron, and he's like talking to the guy, and he's like, she got a fat ass, and you got your head all the way up it. But like the way he says it, because it looks like he's gonna say like boobs or tits, and he starts on top. He's like, she got a fat ass, and his eyes are bulging out. But this is the one Justin wanted to hear. J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan was the man who saved the U.S. economy. It would help if you had guessed. It would help if you had guessed, since he's on this list. He was an avid cigar connoisseur. Although a shy person, he was never afraid to bring out a cigar and show to the world what he could do with a cigar in his hands. His favorite cigars were Cubans, and he also loved the Maradana Conho. I'm not even going to try and say that word.
J.P. Morgan.
Maradania Kohinoor.
Let me see. It's not even ringing any bells.
No, I've never even seen that.
Meridiana Kohinoor? Yeah, I've never heard of that one. That's interesting. What's on the back there? Winston Churchill we talked about.
Winston Churchill, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And Arnold. So.
But I like this piece. It says, why do icons smoke cigars?
I thought you would like that piece.
It says, one of the main reasons for smoking a cigar is for relaxation.
Boom.
Not beats relaxation, but that's just one reason. Let's look at some other reasons why people smoke cigars. Okay, let's do it. Cigar smoking supplies the body with nicotine, a chemical relaxant. Actually, I didn't know that. Nicotine is a chemical relaxant. Never knew that. Did you know that? Did you ever hear that? I guess that's why.
Really. I mean, I smoke cigars to relax, but
Yeah,
I didn't know that it was because of the nicotine. I just did it because I get like.
Well, I mean, I guess when people like, obviously, this doesn't compare, but cigarettes, people like will smoke cigarettes when they're stressed and it'll be like. So I guess.
Who knows?
But anyway, so apparently nicotine is a chemical relaxant. An average cigar contains 100 to 200 milligrams of nicotine compared to 10 milligrams for the ordinary cigarette. So about 10 times, 10 or 20 times the amount.
Oh God, we're gonna get so many people. I told you.
Yeah,
That's the nicotine people. You're not.
I would like to know I would like to know the statistics between inhaling 10 milligrams of nicotine as opposed to not inhaling 100 milligrams not protein, nicotine. You have to smoke about 20 cigarettes to get to the same amount of relaxation as one cigar. Also, there's thousands and thousands of chemicals in a mother effing cigarette.
We're not gonna get into that.
So back off.
Easy does it. Reel it in, Eric. Reel it in.
So what's the matter with Justin today? He's not confrontational today.
Reel it in, Eric.
Cigars taste very good compared to cigarettes. The flavors of a cigar have so much subtleness, similar to spirits, coffee, or wine, and being able to detect these subtle differences is very refreshing. Cigars can take anywhere between, okay, this is all stuff we know. Some cigar smokers only smoke on special occasions or as a reward. There's nothing like smoking a cigar after an exhausting day. It gives you this soothing feeling that you cannot compare. Thanks.
Well, I got some like mintiness on this cigar. There's a couple here I liked. So this one is one of my favorite like stories. It was King Edward VII.
King Edward VII.
So you've heard of the gentleman you may smoke.
Yes.
You've heard of that? So this is the backstory. I don't know if you know where that comes from. But here's the backstory for that quote.
When I first started doing a cigar Instagram, I always look for cigar quotes.
Yeah, and that was one. Gentleman you may smoke, right?
Always. And I think Luxury Cigar Club had that quote on their box.
I think they did. So this is where it comes from. Gentlemen, you may smoke. With those simple words spoken shortly after his coronation in 1901, Britain's Edward VII ended the tobacco intolerance that had marked Queen Victoria's reign. Yet Edward's pro-cigar stance was nothing new. In 1866, as a high-living Prince of Wales, he had quit his London Gentlemen's Club over its no-smoking policy. The final straw was when the servant admonished him for lighting up. He took 20% of the membership with him, and they soon established a club where smoking was heartily encouraged. So after he took over the reign...
By the way, this is a great position.
Is it? Nice.
You should do it.
But I love that because it was like a... People saying, you can't smoke. Now it's like, boom, gentlemen, you may smoke.
Light up.
Light up. Cause that's how we say it nowadays. Yo, like that, cuz.
This is a new experience.
It's a good one for you?
I didn't think we'd be able to lean back in the chairs.
I'm comfortable right where I am, so.
Justin's too focused on these quotes.
Yeah, I just want to, because there's a couple in the back here, and we're getting towards the end of the episode, but there's a couple in the back that it doesn't have a whole thing about them, but there's some that you wouldn't think.
I see Harrison Ford.
Adolphus Busch, the beer baron who brought America the light, refreshing Pilsner beer that became Budweiser, was once dining in Paris with a St. Louis restaurateur named Tony Faust. Bush trying to teach his friend to speak French by reciting the order to him. His table mate, blah, 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 blah. He started smoking cigars. And some of these other ones in here that are... I saw in here that it was the person who wrote the Jungle Book was a...
Really?
Yeah, that was... what's his name? Not Groucho Marx. It was right here. Rudyard Kipling. I didn't even know it, but I just saw Jungle Book. I'm like, oh, shit, look at that.
I love Jungle Book.
Sammy Davis Jr., remember the Rat Pack, smoked cigars?
Of course.
Milton Hershey from Hershey Bars, smoked cigars.
All right, so I see some here. I see Harrison Ford, Tom Cruise, Charlie Chaplin, Ernie Kovacs, King Edwards, the 7, is that what it says? V and 2? I don't know what that is.
There's so many on Nat Sherman, obviously. Pierce Brosnan, Wayne Gretzky, smoked cigars. Paul Anka, you know who Paul Anka is? Put your head on my shoulder. I think that's him. And he composed the song My Way, too. But I think Paul Anka is Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Andre Agassi, the tennis player.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, some of these people... Dennis Hopper.
What's all the... What do they say? Like, is this
it's just little things. Like, for instance, Sammy Sosa was a big one. Lee Iacocca was the automotive icon. I think he was the guy who, like, with Ford or GM or something, or Chrysler. Maybe it was Chrysler.
Well, Henry Ford is Henry Ford.
No, it was like he was like the CEO after that. I think maybe it was like Chrysler. He came in and I was just reading it.
I think Chrysler's under Ford, isn't it?
No, I'm saying Lee Iacocca was like the CEO because Henry Ford obviously,
No, but I'm saying I think the brand Chrysler is underneath the umbrella of Ford, so it would make sense.
No, Ford doesn't own that. Chrysler's a publicly traded company now. Now it was Fiat Chrysler, and now it's Stellantis owns it. Fiat owns them all.
I thought Ford was a part of Chrysler. I thought General Motors was part of Ford. What the fuck do I know?
Who friggin' knows? Anyway, but John Grisham, Nicolas Cage, a bunch of other ones. Anyway, that's the some of the famous smokers. But I just like how they have all the different stories and stuff, and some of them that you wouldn't get. Like, I've never seen Wayne Gretzky smoke a cigar.
Really? I think he was on the cover of Cigar Aficionado.
Was he? Because I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing Wayne Gretzky. But love it.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage, classic. Nicolas Cage, all right. Ernest Hemingway, that's an obvious one. Pierce Bronson, obvious one. I actually don't know who Nat Sherman was.
What does it say?
The world beat a path to Nat Sherman, a New York institution, the cigar emporium, impresario, entertained politicians, diplomats, and actors alike while smoking stores. But it doesn't really say who he is. Who was he? Do you know who he was?
No, I just know that he has Nat Sherman cigars.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna do it, man.
I'm just looking through these here real quick, just seeing who. We didn't mention the legendary SOTL, Sister Leaf, Demi Moore.
There you go.
Moore is partial to small cigars such as Monte Cristo, but also enjoys a Cohiba No. 2 or a Monte Cristo No. 2.
I just thought it was very interesting because there's a bunch. There's 100 people on there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Some of them you don't like. The guy who wrote the Jungle Book. I don't even know who the fuck that was. Rudyard Kipling.
Yeah, never heard of him.
Wrote the Jungle Book in 1890 something, and he smoked cigars. So it just goes to show, everybody smokes cigars. Come on, man.
John Travolta, Rudy Giuliani, Mel Gibson.
Everybody smokes.
Yeah, really. I like this.
That's a
good list.
It's like you ever see Kicking and Screaming with Mike Ditka when he's talking to Will Ferrell, and he's like, "Here, have a cup of coffee." He'll call him down. He's just like, "I don't drink coffee." He's like, "Fuck, what do you mean you don't drink coffee? Everybody drinks coffee. Little kids in fucking Mexico drink coffee. It's the lifeblood of America. Have a sip." Everybody drinks coffee.
Sick. Good list.
So, well, that's going to do it, I think. So, if you like this episode, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And please hit the bell. Be notified for every single time we drop a new episode. Thank you very much. Give me a little for the send-off. We drop new episodes every single Friday and new videos throughout the week. If you're an audiophile, wherever you're listening, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe. Please follow us. Highest rating you can. And do us a kindness and share it to your fellow cigar smoking friends.
Share it with your mother, share it with your sister, your cat, your sister's cat, your uncle, your long-lost father.
Share it with your mother, your sister's brother, cousin, dog, friend. Share it with the mailman. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with the stranger that you met at 7-Eleven buying beer for the big game.
Yeah, while you share it with all those people, make sure you also tell them about the podcast, the burndownpodcast.com. www.burndownpodcast.com. Exclusive discounts, monthly giveaways, $5 a month, $5 a month, $5 a month. Exclusive discounts, monthly giveaways. That's all I got to say about that.
That's it. So that's going to do it here. We hope you enjoyed that episode of the top cigar actors, icons, influencers, people of history. I'm Justin, aka Dapper Cigar. That gentleman's Eric, aka Brother Cigar. Eric, hit him with the send-off.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. As always, we appreciate it. And as we always say, chin chin, cheers, salute, cheers.
Salute.
Let me just say that again. Chin chin, salute, cheers.
I thought it was, wait, is it chin chin, cheers,
no,
salute?
it changes every single time.
Oh.
It doesn't, there's no rhyme or reason, but you started talking, I was like,
I was trying to echo you.
Yeah. Because sometimes I say cheers, chin chin, salute, or sometimes I say salute, chin chin, cheers.
Whatever it is, I usually say prost at the end.
Usually, just whatever comes off the tongue. So chin chin, salute, cheers.
Prost.